Hello everyone, my name is Jason. I'm a channeler and a Course in Miracles student, and today I'd like to come on and, first of all say hello, and thank you for watching, and also I just wanted to share an idea that I was thinking about before, and then I will go into some channeling. So the first thing I wanted to talk about is how, doing the Course in Miracles makes you realize how upside down the world that you live in is, and that how you're trained ever since you're a kid, how to look for unhappiness and how to do things that make you unhappy, that is our training. And so we live in a very difficult world, our world that we live in. So the world itself is not difficult, but our perception of the world creates a very difficult world. And I was thinking to myself, like, wow, wouldn't it be great if I knew about I was trained in the Course in Miracles since I was a kid. Wouldn't it be great if my schooling was all that type of schooling? What a wonderful world. And if everyone was like that, how beautiful the world would be, and how much lighter the world would be, how much easier it would be to live. So yeah, we're trained to look for illusions, look for unhappiness. And so yeah, when we're always, I think I said it in the other video, but according to the Course in Miracles, the ego's idea is seek but never find, because you're always looking for that next thing. So you're always looking for happiness somewhere. You know, you have to get a job, you have to get this possession or this sort of thing. But you know, in the end, that your true happiness is always inside. It's never left you. You've always had it right inside of you. And I just thought, wow, you know, if we all had this, what a beautiful world we would live in. And so this is, where is it here? I wrote down the Course in Miracles lessons today. The first one I thought was really cool is I'm in a review period, and so there's 2 lessons per day. And I'm on lesson 69, reviewing 69. It says, my grievances hide the light of the world in me. My grievances show me what is not there and hide from me what I would see. So that, yeah, so all of the grievances, all of the judgments, all of these things hide from you what is really there, which the only thing there is love. And so I was in a very, very crowded, very, very big crowded subway station. And I was, instead of usually just thinking, oh my God, there's so many people, it's just, there's, you know, no way around, and it's just so stressful. I was just blessing everyone, because, you know, if you attack others, you attack yourself. And so for a whole day, I was just blessing everyone I saw, and it really, really did have an amazing effect, because once you bless people, you bless yourself. Once you attack people, you attack yourself. You're always attacking or blessing only yourself. And I found that was such a wonderful feeling. And then the next day, I felt so high, I felt so wonderful, and I went through my day, and somehow I lost it somewhere along the way, and I crashed. And it was a very, very serious crash. And I mean, not a serious crash, but in like me holding this vibration, it was high compared to the vibration that I was at. I just came back down to like a normal, very 3D kind of vibration. It was quite a roller coaster ride. And so it would be wonderful if I could hold that forever. But I guess if I did, there would be no reason for me to be on the earth, right? You know, that's the whole point, is we're training. And so that brings me to another point, is that so where we are now in our lives is our training ground. And these, you know, the 3 years of craziness were a training ground. And wherever we are in our lives is our training ground. The things that we're seeing are the things that we need to be working on. And they're there just for you, to help you. Everything is there to help you. And I think that's another lesson. Let's see. Oh, I can't find it. Anyway, it's on my wall somewhere, but it's just that everything that you see is for you. You wonder what the reason for something is. Why did this happen to me? And the reason is it's for you, because you needed it to happen to you to grow. So it's something that it's very hard when you're in the moment to realize. And I was just doing a channeling with this being, and she gave me this present, and she gave me these, they look like peppercorns, they're little peppercorns, And she said that these are to bring your vibration back to the neutral point whenever you feel depleted or too high, whenever you're in between. And I thought, oh God, I could have used those yesterday when I was really coming down. So when you do the Course in Miracles, you can sense your energy going up and going down. You're very, very aware of your energy. And so I could sense it, but I couldn't really do anything about it. I was struggling, and I was doing the lesson in my head and trying to come back. And I think compared to me from a few years ago, I really was able to come back much, much more quickly. But still, just that even I fell But anyway, peppercorns. So they're not really peppercorns, but they look like peppercorns, and they're you just eat one and you're stabilized. You're back to normal. And so I recommend this. So this is something you might say it's not 3D. So I offer you guys the peppercorns. Go ahead, try them out. Whenever you feel depleted, or whenever you're in a situation, if you're in traffic, or if you're in a crowded place, or you're at home and whatever's going on around you and it's just too much, here, take a peppercorn. So so I wanted to ask about if they could clarify that a little bit more, and not about the peppercorns though, but about about our lives and the lessons that we're learning. And so first I'll ask that, and then I have another question. There's a question about my video 123, and I was singing, or the three sisters of the Pleiades were singing through me. They were giving a blessing, and the question was that a language, or was that just singing? And I guess if it was a language, what language was it? So I'll ask that as well. Okay, so I think that's all I wanted to say. Yes. Okay, so here we go. Greetings. We are the Hathors, and we're bringing you a message of love and of peace, of the stillness, of the peace that you feel when you are completely relaxed, when you are completely at peace with your world, when nothing is bothering you, which is every second of your life, because that is where you truly are. Everything that you think you are, everywhere that you think you are, if it is not at the place of peace and the place of love, then it is not where you are. You are somewhere else. Your mind is drifting. Your mind is drifting away from who you truly are, because who you truly are is always peace and of love. You are always at that peace and at that love. That is your natural state. And so for you to feel this natural state, it is a sense of remembering. It is not a discovery. It is just remembering. You just need to remember that you are love. And once you remember that you are love and you're peace, then you are at peace. And yes, this being today received a present from another consciousness. And the present was these peppercorns. And yes, since these peppercorns do not exist on your third dimensional level, they are not something that you could, that you have to take and you have to see with your physical eye. You just have to know that they're there. So when this being offers you the peppercorns, they're there for you to take, because they're there for everyone. These are there for everyone. And once you take, you receive, and once you give, you receive. And so we would suggest trying them out. They would work. They work very, very well in neutralizing your energy, bringing you back to the neutral point, to the central point, where all of you will be yourselves, truly yourselves, where you are at peace. And there is no reason to see anything that is outside of you in any light except for the light of love, because that is all there is. And that is you. Everything that you see projecting out is you. So love yourself. Love yourself by loving the world. Love yourself by loving everything that you see. That is the secret to finding yourself back at that neutral point, which is who you truly are. You're beautiful beings of love and of light. And we love you. We love you so much. We send you so much love, because you are so loved by us. And we see ourselves in you. We see ourselves in the places that you're going, in the struggles that you're having. We have gone through this as well. So that is another thing, to not feel alone in this, to understand that there are many of us out there, you might say, in space, who are going through similar things, or have gone through similar things, or will be going through similar things. You are not alone. You are not alone. You are not alone. You are always blessed. You are always surrounded by the love of your Creator. And that is so powerful, because you are that love as well. You are just a part of your Creator, and you are just having this experience here in this body for a short period of time, a blink of an eye, a dream. It's a dream. It's just a dream. So dream big and love it. Love your life. Love this place. And you'll find that that is the simple answer. It is very, very easy. It's very, very easy, but it is something that needs to be practiced, because you have been trained in a different way. You have been trained the opposite way. You have trained to look for love outside of yourself, to always look for something outside of yourselves, and to see and to judge, and to see that everything outside of yourself is not you. And so once you do that, you are not truly being yourself, and that is just the way that you were taught. So you need to train your mind back to the neutral point, back to understanding that you are truly just love, and you are giving love to everything, because you are love. And that is our message to you. Okay, so that is the Hathors. And then I'd like to call in, so from video 123, it was, it was the three sisters of the Pleiades, and they were giving a blessing. And so, yeah, please tell us about, what is the language, and what is the message. Explain it to us. Here we go. We are the three sisters of the Pleiades, and we have been coming to this being for a while now. We come to this being to bring a message through him, and through him to bring the message to all of you who need to hear our message, or who we would say we would love for you to hear our message. And so the message that we gave before was a blessing. We gave you our frequency, so that you can contact us directly, that you don't have to go through this being, that you can do it yourselves as well. That is the nature of this. And so even just by watching these, you are connecting with our frequency. But with that frequency that we gave you before, you are given more attunement, you might say. It is an attunement. And the language, yes, the language is our language. It is the language that we use when we use language. We don't use language per se, but when we do, this is the language that we use. Just like we don't have a form usually, but the forms that we come through in are a certain form, because we need to, you might say, step down through the dimensions, step down our form, and then our form takes a certain shape. And so the same way with our language takes a certain shape. Our language, so hearing the language on different dimensions, you would hear it differently. And from where we are, you would hear it as light. It is just light. And so, we would say the light that you see now is similar to it, but it is something that is not that it is incomprehensible by your brains, but it is something that you have never experienced. It's outside of the sensing abilities of your body. In your imagination, you would be able to hear it, yes. But so that is the step down language. That is our language. We use it, so we come through the Pleiades when we come down into our forms. And so it is similar to the language of the Pleiades, but it is not the language of the Pleiades. It is just, it is the form that it takes in your third dimension, as it is stepped down from the dimensions. And yes, that is it. And it is a blessing. It is just a blessing for all of you, and it is a way to connect with all of us. And if you would like, we could teach you more of this language to understand our language. And again, it is not our language per se, but it is the closest thing to our language, you might say. And there is a lot of power. There are a lot of power in these words. There are a lot of energies that are encompassed in these words. And so it's coded energy. It's energy that is coded as words, and then so when they're spoken, they will convey that energy, as all words are, yes. But these are specially programmed, you might say, specially programmed words that encompass quite amount of loving energy, and the energy that we have from our world, you might say, from where we exist, you might say. And so that is our message to all of you, and with love and with peace. Okay, so there you go. So everyone, thank you very much for listening. And if you're interested, I wrote a book about dragons. I'll put it below. Ciao.